Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to do some hands-on with asymmetric encryption using the Linux terminal or the Mac terminal if you're on the Mac. So let's jump right into it. First thing I want to do is I have a file for all of you, and that is this asymmetric encryption with OpenSSL file. So if you open it, you have the instructions for what we're trying to do in this lab. Alright, so let me split my screen into two so I can have my Ubuntu on the other hand and this page on one hand. So first thing I want to do is open Ubuntu. Okay, open my Ubuntu. If you're on Mac, open your terminal. So open that Ubuntu that we have on our Windows now, thanks to WSL. Okay, and then now that I have it opened, I'm going to move it to the right. And then leave my, what's it called? Where is it? Okay, and leave this here. All right, so the first thing we want to do is let's make sure we are in our downloads directory, right? Like I said, we want to start working from our downloads directory, just to make things easy. So we download things, we can easily use them from that downloads directory. So like we did in the last lab, right? We have the command, this command right here. Right, to navigate to our downloads directory. For those of us that are using Linux on Windows, right, if you this command right here, just make sure you change your username, right? This username right here, change it to what your username is. And I showed you in the last video, right, how you can see that. For example, if I open my command prompt, right, if I open my command prompt on my computer, I can see what that username should be. Right, so I'm going to close it, and I'm going to change. Let me change this now to my username. It is MUKHT. Right. I want to actually see if it's not case sensitive. Is it case sensitive? Okay. It looks like it is case sensitive. So let me go back and just change that to capital M. And then, okay, something is wrong somewhere. Oh, I have it twice. That's the correct command. What am I missing here? MUKHT. Okay, so let me do that again. What is going on? See users. Yeah, MUKHT. Now let's MUKHT. Oh, I have a double $sign. I know some of you may have figured that out. Yeah. All right, now there you go. Okay, so now let me try it with the lowercase then and see if that works. Let me move my video below. What if I, so could that, is that, it looks like it is. Okay, so let me change it now to that. Okay, so lowercase works. All right. So that's, by the way, that's how you'd find your username, right? When you copy that code. And if you're wondering, if you look at the symmetric encryption, that's why I gave you the code, right? To be able to navigate to your downloads directory, right? Okay. All right. And for those of you on Mac, this is how you get to your own downloads directory. All right, so that's, by the way, again, I shouldn't be going too much on that because we already talked about it in the last lab. So let's go back to our file. Now let us list everything. Let me clear my screen. I like to work with a clean screen, but now I know that I'm in my downloads directory. I'm for where I want to be working from. Now let me do an ls. Okay, and I see the secret message and all of that from the last video. So let me just remove them. Okay, I'm going to do rm-rf. Let me delete those secret message .enc and secret message.new. Okay, so what I'm doing here, if you have some basic Linux, understanding, you know what I'm trying to do here, right? I'm trying to delete these files. So I'm trying to delete this file and this file because I don't need them anymore. Right, it was for the last lab, so I'm just going to do that and hit enter, and I do ls again, and those are gone. And like I said in the last video, don't worry about this, just leave it there. Now let's follow the instructions that I provided for all of you here. Okay, so to encrypt a file using asymmetric encryption, that is public key cryptography, right? And don't forget in the explanation when I talk about symmetric and asymmetric, with asymmetric, we're going to be dealing with two keys, right? A public key and a private key, right? And those keys are connected. And you will see from the way we were going to create this that they are indeed connected, right? So the first is create an RSA key pair with a length of 2048 bits, right? 2048 bits. All right, so let's take the command. So the command is OpenSSL generate key. The algorithm is RSA, right? Out. So this is the file that we're gonna get, private underscore key.pem. Okay, this will have the private key, and then p key opt RSA key gen 2048. Okay, so let's copy that, paste, and then hit enter. Hit enter, and okay, so I know you see a lot of don't worry about that. Just click the ls and let's see if we have the file. Okay, so the file is there. It's okay, I can show you guys my private key, but you don't do this in real life, right? Just because this is a lab, I'm going to show you guys. So let me just do nano. Let me use nano to open it. Nano pri. Okay, now I can move my camera up. Okay, so let's see. And now this is my private key, right? None of you should see this. Okay, just because, but I'm going to delete everything after this, so it's fine. You can see this now. All right, so I'm going to Control X to exit out of that. So that's my private key. Now, to generate a public key, you do it by using your private key, okay? Now, there's some other things before we go there, though. So I said, let's do ls and let's do nano, right? We just did this. Okay, that's what I just did. Now, extract the corresponding public key from the private key, okay? So again, we're using the same tool, OpenSSL, RSA-pub out-in. We give it this file, and we give us the public key in this file, right? So Control C that, paste, and then hit enter. Okay, now let's do ls and see if we have a public key. So now we have a public key and a private key. And don't forget, right, if you want to send a message to someone, right, what do you need? You need their public key. Okay, don't forget that. The private key is always private, right? You can use my public key to send me an encrypted message, right? So you use my public key to send me an encrypted message, and I will then use my private key to decrypt that message. That's how public key cryptography works. Okay, but in symmetric, it's just one key for encryption and deletion and decryption. All right, so that's that. We now have both. To list all available public key algorithms, so I just put this here just for the sake of it. So I'm gonna clear my screen, guys. Okay. Just have a clean screen to work with, and then now I'm going to paste that command. So let's see all of the algorithms that are available. So a lot. Okay, don't even try to know what all of these do. Okay, just know that you have RSA. Right, just know that you have RSA, which is the algorithm that's used for public key. There are others, right? Blowfish and the rest of them, but RSA is what you typically see when it comes to public and private key cryptography. All right, the next thing we want to do is, again, let me clear my screen. What else do I have here? OpenSSL. Okay, so let's encrypt a file with the public key we just created. Okay, let's, so in and out. Before we do that, let's bring this file first. I have it in the Google Drive, so let's bring this file into our downloads folder first, okay, and then encrypt the file with the public key, and then we'll name that encrypted file this, okay. So let's go ahead, go to, I'm gonna have to move out of this page. Where is it? So here, this file. Okay, so go ahead and download it. So download it right here, click on download. All right, now that should straightly go to my downloads folder. Okay, where is it? So that should go to my downloads folder. Okay, so now I have it here. Okay, so I can confirm, let me minimize. I can confirm by doing an ls. Remember, I'm in my downloads folder. So let me do an ls. And now I can see that it's there, right? Sample file.txt. Okay, so that's good. Now we can go back to the command, open the asymmetric encryption file. And now let's continue from where we stopped. So now we want to encrypt a file with public key we just created, right? So let's go ahead and copy that. Okay. And now let's paste. So we have OpenSSL, that. We're giving it the public key, and then we're giving it a file, right, that we want to encrypt with that public key, and then the encrypted file should be called this, right? All right, so let's hit enter. Good, no error messages. Now let's do ls. Okay, and now do we have that file? We're looking for this file. Okay, do we have that file in here? Yes, we have it. Okay, so how about we try to open it and see what it looks like? Okay, let's open this file and see what it looks like. Let's do a nano. Okay, as you can see, this is what it reads. All right. If you're curious, let's open the file to see originally what this should have been. So just let me go back and then look at this sample file. So this is the message that is supposed to be displayed, but as you know, we just encrypted it and we're getting gibberish, right? This is in Nigeria we say jaga jaga. All right, that's by the way. This is an encrypted jaga jaga just stands for gibberish. Okay, so don't forget that I said that. Okay, I don't mind. Those from Nigeria will understand that. All right, so this is an encrypted secret message for asymmetric encryption hands-on lab. So that's that. What else? Where was I? Okay, so let's exit out of this. So Control X, let's exit out. All right, now let's go back to our file and then continue to follow. So I said, let's encrypt the file with public key. So now we've just done this. So I give you a description of all the commands. The in key specifies the path to the public file. The pub in indicates that the provided key is a public key. All right, the pub in, that's what that stands for. We're using a public key because you can also use a private key to encrypt. Okay, and then a public key to decrypt. Okay, it can work the other way around, but the typical way to do it is encrypt with the public key. Okay, yes, you can do the other way, the encrypt with the private key, but there are cases for that, right? But just note that always encrypt with your public key. Okay, with the receiver's public key. All right, so that's that. Now let's encrypt the encrypted file, right? We want to now let's decrypt the encrypted file. So, and this is the command OpenSSL decrypt. We're passing giving the decrypt flag, giving the key that we want to use to decrypt, and then we're giving it this file, and then the output file we want is, as you can see, I added a DEC here just to show that this file is the decrypted version. If you notice in the encrypted file, I used ENC, right? So you get the idea. All right, so let's copy that, and then so OpenSSL pkey util -decrypt -in key private _ key.pem. All right, that. Now hit enter. Okay, no error messages. It looks like our file has been successfully decrypted, but let's find out, right? Let me go back here. You want to see in this, if we open this file right here. Now let's do an ls first. Okay, to make sure that the file is there. Okay, so now you see this new file is created. So when we open this file, guys, this is what we want to see. We don't want to see that gibberish anymore, or jaga jaga. All right, we want to see clear text now, right? Because we've been able to use the private key, right? To the right private key to decrypt the file. All right, so I know you all can't wait. All right, so let's do an ls. Let's do a nano. Okay, nano, and then de space tab. Sorry. Oh wait, no. What? I just created a file. Did I? Okay, what just happened? All right, never mind. So let's do nano. Why is my tab? Oh, I'm doing DEC. Why is it not auto completing? Is there another DEC that? Yeah, there is. Okay, never mind. So let me put DEC and then do that. Okay. All right, so that's that. Nano DEC, and then auto tab to auto complete. Hit enter, and as you can see, this is an encrypted secret message for asymmetric encryption hands-on lab. This is an encrypted secret message to the end. It is exactly the same message. Congratulations if you were able to get this done. So congratulations. Yeah, I just expanded my screen there for a minute. what I wanted to add before I end this video is, if you are not part of my private Telegram channel, go look in the slides for the course and you will be able to see the link to join the private Telegram channel, where you're able to communicate with myself, share your message, and myself and other students can see it and help you with your troubleshooting questions or whatever questions you have. Students have been having success with their troubleshooting questions, right? And you know that feeling when you're able to get an answer to something that you've been looking for, working on for the past few days, hours, and someone says something, try something, and it works. And you know that feeling when you resolve, like when you troubleshoot and you get to the bottom of things, right? So yeah, use that private Telegram channel to reach out to me, to reach out to the team, right, to the group, because I wouldn't say that I'm always the one that responds or help you with your questions. The goal is to have other students also be able to chime in, right? That way everybody is learning, and I'm not just always trying to give the answer every time, right? I'll do my best, of course, to give you the answers, but sometimes I just want to give some minutes, right? Opportunities to other students, right, to share their thoughts and see if that fixes the issue as well, right? And if I read something that is not, a best practice, I wouldn't recommend, of course, I will chime in and all that, but you get the idea. It's a Telegram channel where all of the students that are subscribed to the course can bring their questions, help each other out, and I can also help, oversee all of that, right? What else? If you're watching this video as a free sample, please check out my website, right? If you want to subscribe to the course bundle, the course bundle has Linux, here, on-demand course bundle. It has Linux, AWS, cybersecurity, and cloud security. Right now, I'm still recording the cybersecurity courses, right? Depending on what time you're watching these videos. And then after that, I will be recording and uploading the cloud security course, okay? The goal is to teach you the hands-on skills, right, to help you get a job in cloud computing, cybersecurity, or cloud security. So that's enough talking. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks and bye for now.